another video, and what we're doing today is just a simple like basic step on my actual natural nails. So yeah, let's just get into prep. Okay guys, so I don't know why that sounded like that, but we are going to be doing my natural nails today. So what I just did, we're just doing French tips, just using gel polish. I'm just going to leave my nail bed natural just because I felt like it was an alright color to pair with the green. So I did zoom out just because you really could not see what I was doing at the time. So what we're doing is now we're going to go around the cuticle. You really can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to get as much product that I have left over from my last nail set and dead skin as well. I'm trying to scrape all of that off my nail plate. And then I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be pushing back my cuticle, and then I'm going to use this other side, the other tool on the other side of it, and I'm going to scrape it up. Now I'm putting on my Melody Susie nail drill. I don't remember what bit this is. This came with this, I believe. I did zoom in because I was trying to find the perfect angle because this is the new, it's something new, different, like it's different angles for the camera. So I was just showing you guys the control, and I am going to be putting it forward, and then I'm going to turn it down to the slowest speed as it can go. You can use a real drill too, but I like this one, so I'm not sure. I'm not 1,000% comfortable using a real drill, so yeah, I have been practicing, but I'm just not 100,000%. But what you would want for this, it depends on how fast you go, but around 6 RPMs I feel like it's good. It's not too slow and it's not too fast. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to go around and make sure I get up all as much dead skin as I can. And then I'm going to go to my pinky and do that same thing. I did not want to cut out too much in this video just because in most of my videos, I only show it like once and then I just cut it all down, because when you think about it, this prep does take a very long time. So I do try and cut whatever I can down as much if I think it's repetitive or it doesn't need to be seen or anything like that. Okay, so now we are taking my cuticle nippers, and I didn't have that much cuticle left because I had done this prior to. And again, could not see me because I was not in front, because I was trying to figure out like how I should record this. I was just, you're not supposed to be this aggressive, but this piece of skin was like not coming off, so I was using a little bit of force to take it off because I didn't want my cuticles to look messed up or anything. Now while I did this, I did do a little too rough because I did start bleeding a little bit after that. And I'm not going to say it's the cuticle nipper's fault, because I was a little aggressive with trying to pull out that skin, and it was kind of like embedded on the side of my cuticle, so I just pulled it up. Like I wasn't nipping at it, I was pulling it. So that is probably why I did start bleeding. But it's just something to be cautious of when you are using cuticle nippers, because you don't actually want to pull up the skin, you want to try and nip it off, so it can be as painless as possible. But yeah, because you can't see that later in the video, so I did want to explain. So we are moving on to painting the French tips, and I'm not even going to lie to you guys, this was very hard for me. I am right-handed, so I paint with my right hand. I don't ever normally do my left hand, and holding this brush just felt so weird. And I had quite a few issues with cleaning up and everything. And I am going to get better because I am going to be practicing more. Again, can't see what I'm doing. I'm not in camera. But I was looking at looking at my phone to make sure I was in camera. And I saw I wasn't, so I did zoom back in. I'm just being very slow with painting these on because, I was trying not to, get anything on my cuticle, get anything on the crevices, the sides of my nails, or anything on the skin, but I did clean up after. And this was just very difficult for me, and I was my right hand was shaking so bad. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not used to doing any like nail art with this hand. I don't know if that was it, or also I did not have my pinky out. So normally when I like to do nail art, which is like when I'm practicing or whatever, I like to actually put my pinky out because it just helps me stabilize and doesn't make me as jumpy, or I don't shake as much when I'm doing nail art. And I didn't have my pinky out, so I don't know if maybe that was the issue. So I did not like how thick this line was, and I am going to go clean it up. So I get off camera to get my brush and then dip it in a little bit of acetone, dry it off a little bit on my pink little paper towel, and I'm going to clean up. Just take the line, just make the line thinner because I did not like how thick it was looking. I do not go for like thick French tips. I like them precise, and I would say pretty tiny, not very thick. It depends, like if my natural nails were longer, I did cut them before I did this set because some of them was a little jagged. So yeah, anyways, I don't know why I keep going off these tangents, but anyway, again, I don't know why I really can't see what I'm doing, but at this point I was kind of just like, screw it, and I really just need to get deep into the crevices. So I did like just end up going, like, I was just kind of like, screw it. So but I was like, I'm gonna clean up after, so it doesn't really matter. But I actually do like how these look, because these are pretty cute. And I always like edit my videos right after I go do nail set. Sometimes it does get like released the day after or 2 days. It depends how I'm feeling. But with this video, I am going to edit it right after, which is what I'm doing right now. Because, most times, because I have not posted any Christmas sets, I have been sick. I don't know why, but it seems like every month I've been getting sick. But I'm just a little sick, but I do feel better now. So, I was like, it's a good time. Christmas is already over. For me, it is the 27th right now. So I do need to... I didn't really get to do anything for Christmas because I was sick. But January really was really a month where I can still do those type of designs. But in the end, I just started going to hearts. Because of, it's going to be Valentine's Day. So yeah. So I didn't really get to do that much for this Christmas, but I have been practicing. So hopefully that will come in hand and everything when I do all my designs. Because I'm going to try and do as many as I can in January. If I'm a little bit busy, I might be a little bit more busier in January, and hopefully I don't get sick again, so I can really practice and get out the content that I need to. But this part was getting a little repetitive, and I did think about like skipping this or speeding this up a little bit, just because first off, I'm not in camera. Like, you cannot see what I'm doing. It is off camera, so I did have to keep like sliding in and out because I really wanted to make sure that you could see what I was doing. And that's why I literally, like, every 2 seconds I kept looking up at my camera to see if I was in frame. And most times I was not, so I would just scooch and get in there. But somebody just came on really easy. I really did need to clean up the right side on the ring finger, because there was some gel polish that actually got on my skin, and you don't need that. Like, you don't want that. Like, the chemicals, no. So when I was done, I did take some acetone, and I did like clean up on the sides. I think the easiest nail to actually do and put the French tip on it, I think, was my pinky. Was pretty simple to stay. It didn't take me a very long time. And I had to clean up all of these just because, your girl, I was struggling. Because I am not used to doing things with my left hand, especially not nail art. But it definitely was a learning experience, because it is something I will do a little bit more, so I can get a little bit better. And maybe it would be a little bit better if I could do both sets. Well, not both sets, but I could do both of my hands. But I would not keep them on for very long, so... So I am going to continue to paint it on again out of camera as usual. But I thought the rest of this is pretty repetitive, so I'm just going to let this part play out, and I will be back to explain things when I need to. Okay guys, so we are back. I am showing you the glitter I'm using. This one is just so pretty. So what I am going to be doing is putting some of my French tips. I did do my pointer finger off camera, which you can see it's already coated in glitter. I'm going to do my middle finger now. Then my ring finger. Then my pinky. I was making sure I got it in all the nooks and crannies and all that. It wasn't very difficult doing this, but what I was doing in my previous clip was I was going over the nails because the gel polish had dried on quite a few of them except for my pinky, but I didn't want like any spots not having any glitter on them. So I'm sorry, my voice is like it's a little scratchy right now. Okay, so I did just knock a little bit of my glitter, but I did make sure I take my brush and just dust it all off, and I will like sweep that up later. And I got this out the best I could, and then I'm just gonna get this washed anyway, so. They're putting these in a UV LED lamp to cure. Okay, so to take out some gel polish, and I have my dotting tool just to do my Snowflake nail art design. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3 dots. One of these dots were off centered, so I did just wipe it off. I just took my brush and I wiped that off. And then I did it again, and I did want to make sure this was like it wasn't in the center, but it was like more moved on to the right. But like when I was done with it, you really couldn't tell that it wasn't like on the center. So then I'm doing 2 on that side, then I'm going to be doing 2 on the left side. Then I need more gel polish, so I did put out some more. Then I thought that was too much, but I actually needed that, so you will see me go back in there and get some more later. And I went over the dot that I put right there, then I put another one. I put one there. I would say like on like, it's kind of like divided to where it's like 4 like corners, so I just put 1 in every corner. Just think about it like that, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does or not. So I'm just still putting those dots where I need them to go in every single corner. So now I'm going to go get some gel polish on my brush. I think I just stuck the thing in there, the brush in there with the gel polish, and then I took it back out. And I should have taken some gel polish like off of it because it was just too thick. Okay, so now I am pouring the gel polish out. So now we're just gonna connect, well, not really connect the lines, but I'm just going over the first 4 with 1 stroke. Then I'm gonna go over them again with another stroke with the brush. Then I needed to connect them sort of, so I went like diagonal. Yeah, and I kind of just continued to do that over this whole design, because pretty much what you're doing, you're just going to connect the dots to the other dots. That's just what I was doing pretty much. So then I'm going to go diagonally again. And for me, like some of this snowflake was a little short in some areas, because like on the sides it was pretty long, and in the front, like, and in the middle, it was not like long. It was pretty short. Like, I mean, the design, that'll be my nail. And then I was going to go over these lines again because I felt like I really couldn't see them, but I should have wiped off my brush because this was too thick. Yeah, and I did end up, like, I don't know how this video became 21 minutes and 12 seconds. Like, literally when I was editing it earlier, it was at 19 and something, but now it's at 21 and 12. I don't know how it got to that. And I've been trying to, like, look through the recordings to see, like, what happened, but I don't know what happened. Like, I don't think I, like, made it go where it was longer, so I'm not sure what happened to that. But I do thank you if you have stayed this long, so I do appreciate it. I don't know what happened though, honestly. Like, maybe it's like the clip at the end. Maybe I'll have to, like, shorten that a little bit. And then I'm putting dots back at the end of the lines just because I felt like they weren't really defined after I drew lines on everything. So I was just putting the dots back where I needed to see them. The Snowflake came out, like, okay in the end, I guess. I like the Snowflake on my other hand better because it looks like a snowflake. Now where I put it on my cuticle oil, and I'm telling this part play out, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.